What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about why Americans are happier in Norway. What? Is this true? Well, today I want to learn more about this by taking a look at this article where this person, Gabriella Mikowitz, said, I am a 30-year-old American living in Norway. And this is 5 reasons I'm so much happier here. It's very interesting, I have heard that Norway is one of the happiest places on earth. So maybe it makes sense that Americans would be happier living in Norway. It's just kind of shocking for me to see and read because it's like, I think we have it pretty good here in America. We have our problems, but without a doubt, there's a lot of stuff we could learn from Norway, for sure. The Norwegian culture. So, this is, again, from an American named Gabriella Mikowitz, and she says there's a joke in Norway that people move to Norway for 2 reasons: a job or for love. I am the latter. I met my Norwegian partner. Oh, she actually moved to Norway because she met a Norwegian and fell in love with them. Okay, okay. What else? It turned out that I enjoyed the idea of living where you can cross the border to another country without realizing it. You can, like Sweden, like you can go into Sweden very easily. That's a big reason she enjoys Norway. Okay, cool. Why while love brought me to Norway, living in Oslo for 2 years, I've realized how much more there is to draw people here. My days are spent exploring, ice bathing, falling on skis, taking cabin trips, and hiking under the midnight sun. Yeah, when you put it that way, that does sound like a pretty incredible life, doesn't it? Yeah, I think a lot of Americans would be pretty shocked at all the cool stuff in Norway. I think more Americans would probably go to Norway to visit or move to Norway if Americans were a little more educated on how great the Norwegian culture is. I'm much happier in Norway. Here are 5 of the biggest reasons why. Wow, that, no matter how you cut it, that is a big statement to say, I am happier in Norway more than my own home country. And today, that happens to be America. She'd rather live in Norway to America. And let's hear why exactly. Number one, the relief of having a stronger safety net. A safety net. Norway's healthcare, education, and social welfare systems are designed to support people in times of need. Oh, wow. You probably have to be a Norwegian citizen to be able to take advantage of these safety nets, but without a doubt, this is something that America really struggles with. Healthcare, education. We do have social welfare systems in place. I don't know too much about those, but if you are struggling in America, there are ways to get help from the government. I'm not sure it's the best welfare in the world, but there's something. But healthcare, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on healthcare. I don't know how much of Norwegians know about the American healthcare system, but here you have to pay every month for healthcare insurance. Some people get it through their job as a benefit, but you're still paying every month. And then basically, every time you go to a hospital or doctor or emergency room, you have to pay some money, called a deductible or a copay, depending on your specific insurance plan. Sometimes your health insurance isn't accepted everywhere, or it's not in their network, as they call it. So you can go to a hospital and they won't accept your insurance. Or if your insurance isn't that good, you could end up paying a huge amount of money. No matter how you cut it, Americans, especially if you don't have insurance, you can, you can lose your life savings trying to get help in America. Seriously, it's pretty crazy, actually. Education, America has very good education. It's just very, very, very expensive. Of course, there are bureaucratic delays in Norway. For example, between waiting for my application to be processed, to interview with the bank, and getting a phone number so I could connect to VIPS, a payment app. Oh, okay. I waited 6 months to set up my Norwegian bank account. Well, this sounds like stuff that you only have to deal with if you're immigrating to Norway. So, I am on a 2-year wait list for a deviated septum surgery. Huh. I'm told this is typical for socialized healthcare, since it isn't a high priority procedure or very urgent. Oh, interesting. So in Norway, maybe you have longer wait times. Like, you don't have to worry about paying for your healthcare. I think you probably pay with your taxes, but that's amazing. I would love for us to pay with our taxes in America. That'd be great, because our taxes, no one even knows what our taxes are doing, really. Probably paying for military. In Norway, it pays for your health care. I love that. It does sound like in Norway, because more people have access to health care, there might be longer wait times. In America, the best things about our healthcare are that it's very, very high quality. And if you have the money, you can get your healthcare, you can get seen very quickly. And usually, if you go to the emergency room, you can be seen very, very quickly. In America, you can get operations done like within a week or two. It's very, very quick here. And that's really because people in America do not get procedures done unless they absolutely have to, because it costs money. But I think in Norway, where everyone feels like they can go get help, there's maybe a longer wait. Yeah, it's kind of sad. In America, you almost feel a little bit scared or hesitant to go to the doctor sometimes or go get help, because you're worried about how much it will cost. And that's really a terrible, terrible feeling. Let's keep going here. Better work life balance. Work life balance. In Norway, there's a big departure from the work centric mentality that I'm used to in the US. Ah. So in Norway, you don't live to work. You work so you can live. In America, like, your career, your job, that's supposed to be your life. That is supposed to be everything, your whole life. But honestly, this new generation of Americans, the work isn't as important to the new generation. I think we are slowly starting to have a slightly better work-life balance. It's still not that great. Like, we have terrible maternity leave, we have terrible vacation and sick leave. We don't have as good of benefits in America. But in Norway, free time, family time, and personal well being are prioritized. Wow, summer vacations are paid as long as 5 weeks? No. No. What? Vacation can be 5 weeks? I can't even imagine. That I can't even imagine. That's crazy. Oh my god. No wonder Norwegians feel so much better, so much happier. There's an expectation that work should not intrude on your private life. Yeah, this sounds just better in Norway. This just sounds better. I gotta say, like I can't even debate this. Um, in America, you can get disrupted at home. It depends on your job, but people like take their work home with them a bit. People work past when work is over. If you want to get ahead in corporate America, you got to make work your life, and it's not good. My partner has 25 days of paid vacation. Oh my gosh. Huh. Let's keep going. Yeah, I absolutely can see why Americans would be happier in Norway. But let's keep going. The level of public trust. Oh, this is a great one. Norway is considered a very safe country with a high level of public trust. It's common to see people leaving their belongings, like laptops, unattended at the cafe when they go to the bathroom. This is another thing I can't even imagine. America is like it's a good country, and most of America is pretty safe, but we do have a lot of crime, and overall, as a culture, we are not trusting of each other. We're not. Everybody locks their doors. You do not leave your purse or your wallet or your laptop unattended. You do not walk away from it. Um, every American has this built into them where you are always making sure you remember to bring everything with you. Because unfortunately, people will steal. If you leave something behind, people will take it. I don't know why. That's another just cultural problem we have. And it's led to a lot of, not much trust in our society. I would say America has some trust, but not a lot. But in Norway, neighbors share and look after common spaces. Communal items like barbecue grills and their equipment rarely go missing. Norway is just on a different level. Different level. Like, that's incredible. That just says something about the Norwegian culture. Norwegian culture is different. That's impressive. The level of trust. Like, people in Norway, don't you leave your babies outside sometimes? Like that. I could never, can't even wrap my brain around that. No, oh my gosh. Number 4, access to the outdoors. Ah, okay. This is a huge advantage that Norway has as a physical, geographical country. Norway is just beautiful. I have seen some videos of it. Insane. Norway has unparalleled access to nature, and there is a cultural emphasis on spending time outdoors. I love that as well. I love that. In America, we do not emphasize being healthy, whether that's work-life balance, or eating healthy, or getting outside in nature. Americans don't prioritize it, and we don't talk about it and emphasize it. And it's just a problem with our culture, and that's very hard to fix. A popular saying here is there's no such thing as bad weather, only bad clothing. So Norwegians like go outside as much as you can. Like, and if it's cold, you put on a jacket, you put on layers. Americans, a lot of Americans spend so much of our time indoors on the couch watching TV. It might also be because in America, we have pretty good weather all around the year, all around. We have good weather, so we take going outside for granted. Whereas in Norway, Norwegians have a pretty intense winter, so you really appreciate being outside, and especially when it's warm. So that's a bit different too. Americans have a more, I don't know, a lack of appreciation towards nature and being outside, and from lakes to forests to your backyard to the most remote mountain trails to Arctic islands, it's impossible not to find yourself awestruck by some of the most natural landscapes on the planet. So cool. Yes, Norway has such a amazing natural advantage to the rest of the world. Like, Norway is such a beautiful place, and the culture matches it. The people match the geography and the beauty of the nature. And Norwegians appreciate it and prioritize it, and it's great. Okay, and number 5 here, why Americans are happier in Norway: the chance to appreciate smaller moments. What does that mean? One of the sweetest Norwegian customs that I've embraced is the concept of kos. It translates to coziness, and it's so much more than that. It's like the Danish concept hygge. Norwegians embrace coziness, relaxation, and contentment. That's a great attitude to have. Norwegians just seem to prioritize the most important things in life for your happiness. That's why Norwegians are some of the happiest. It's not like some special secret formula. Norwegians just understand what's important to happiness. Taking in the moment, relaxing, vacation, work-life balance, being healthy, going outdoors. It all makes sense when you think about it. But for some reason, we don't do it in America. I don't know why. It's about creating warmth and inviting atmospheres, accompanied by the enjoyment of simple pleasures, like hot beverages and quality time with loved ones. Man. Norway sounds pretty amazing. I agree. I'm on board now. Why are Americans happier in Norway? Yeah, I would think so. I have a new understanding of what happiness means to me. When people say Norwegians are happy, it doesn't mean we're all walking around smiling all the time. Happiness in Norway is about taking care of yourself. Yeah, that was... What a great article. Such a cool perspective hearing from a fellow American about their experience in Norway, and it seems to have changed their entire life, honestly. And after hearing their story today, I would think that most everyone would agree if they heard this. Life does sound happier in Norway, and us Americans, we could learn a lot. We could learn a lot from Norway, for sure. So I quite enjoyed this. Anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on what makes people happy in Norway. That'd be very interesting to hear about, especially from Norwegians. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Norway and Norwegian culture, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.